Do you think a toxic person could change?
Now, do you know what?
Personally,
I think we all deal with toxic people differently, but we've all got our own abilities or own experience in that field. I'm at a point in my life where I really don't care.
Yeah.
Like, if you're toxic, I'm out.
That's what I was gonna say. You have to not care. Don't get too emotionally attached.
Where you could just sit there. You could. You're telling me the wrong thing. I'm like, alright, safe.
Yeah. I ain't gonna engage.
I ain't even gonna engage or argue. I'm like, alright, you're right. Like I heard a few things just a couple of days back, and I just thought, somebody I know said this, and I was like, okay, and I just carried on. I was like, I didn't even engage. Why even engage in that conversation? You might as well just be right. I don't even want to waste that time in speaking to you, because I know, we had a conversation about growth and fixed mindset. They're just stuck in this fixed mindset where they think that they're right.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you know what? If you're not going to learn, if you're not willing to, I'm at an age, you're at an age, all these people are at an age, we're not exactly kids anymore where, you can go do your own research. You got information at the tip of your fingers, your phone. If you're going to state a fact, make sure it's right. But I'm not going to stand there and argue with you because I know what your reaction is going to be. So why even engage? All right, you said it, you're right, whatever, carry on.
Yeah. But that's what you're...
I can't be asked to argue with anybody. Or even if you're wrong, okay, if you're shouting at me, okay, safe. What am I supposed to do about it? Yeah, nothing. You're angry about something, I can't help you. Yeah, I'm out of here. I don't even get angry nowadays. I don't even get angry or upset about a lot of things. Because at the moment, all I think about is my family and I can name my friends on my hand. 5 friends.
Keep the circle small.
Yeah, that's it. You're never gonna be disappointed. Yeah, my circle's small, my people are small, my family's small. Yeah. I don't have anybody else. I have family. I don't talk to them. I don't talk to them because I don't need that kind of family around.
Yeah. Bring it down. It's unfortunate, but sometimes family is the one, isn't it? Like,
yeah. So it makes you realize there's certain points in your life, things in your life that happen that make you realize, do you know what? I really don't care.
And you have to make a hard call, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to make a hard call and just drop certain people. Like, blood doesn't necessarily mean, that they're family. Yeah. Bros, I regard you guys more my family than my own family. So it's not like I've got anything. I don't have anything against them either. Whatever they've done. Live with it. I've got the rest of my life to live with. We only got good 60 years in ourselves, and then it's a lottery. Do you know what I mean? So enjoy what you got with the family and the time that you have. Forget toxic people. Leave them out. You can't change them. What are you gonna do? They can only change themselves.
I think the main thing is is if you think about it, to be efficient, if you don't have to be around them and you don't need to have them in your inner circle or outer circle or any circle, right? Then it's easier, rather than to fight the toxic person or to actually try to deal with it, is just to cut them out. Sometimes it's easier just to cut the cancer out and remove it, right?
I'm sure we've all done that.
Yeah. But I think the trouble is a lot of families that have a member of a family who's toxic, or friendship groups have one toxic person. It's when it's like that and it's very embedded. How do you deal with it there? And I think for those people, they need to find a way to communicate, isn't it? Within that group, and maybe have an intermediary, someone in the middle to negotiate some sort of dialogue.
Sometimes that doesn't work either.
Yeah, I know. But you have to try, isn't it? Try first. Tick the boxes. Tick the boxes. And then ultimately, you have to make the hard decision, like I said, and whether it's family or not, maybe you for married couples who live in with the family, move out, or, there's so many different things. But I'd say is before it gets to such a toxic level, don't break bonds if you don't have to with like family or people. Move and keep that distance and keep it civil, so then at least you can have a high bye, because we've all been there, and when it ends on a bad tone, it's a really nasty situation, especially if you see them again.
Yeah, I think what Dill said earlier, I agree with a lot. You get to a point in your life where you learn to switch off from it. Don't engage with it. Don't interact with it. It could be people you know. Just stay civil though, but don't get too close. Just be civil, be respectful. They can take that toxic behavior somewhere else. So I agree with Dill on that sense. Like that's the best way to be, really. Because
be civil.
Be civil, be respectful, and that's it. Keep the distance, because don't let toxic. If you let toxic people in, it's just difficult to get out of. But I just feel sorry for I couldn't ever give advice on a toxic relationship where you're married to someone toxic. That's a different ballgame, because there's a lot of. It's not easy to
too complex.
It's too complex. You can't just say a couple, one of them is toxic and they've been in it so long. They can't just be civil and just keep quiet, because they're in that person's zone every day. Yeah. They just, I can't give that advice on something like that. That's too complex. I've seen it. Ultimately, I always think that person has to walk away at some point. But maybe they can't do it right now because they got children they don't want to break, hurt. They got some legal problems if they walk away.
Yeah,
anything.
Do you know what? They sometimes need to think about their own mental health and the
they got to weigh it up.
Not only that, it affects the children. And this is the thing, I've seen something exactly like that happen not too long ago. And I was actually in there trying to mediate. Didn't work. Best thing was split. That's the best.
The only thing is sometimes I disagree with you there. You know why? I think divorce rates are too high, right? Divorce rates are too high. People are making children. And if you look at the stats, right, when children have to go into foster care, or they have to go into child arrangement, right, into the system, even if it's adoption, there's a lot more that happens psychologically to a child. In terms of children in the fostering system, they've got a sense of abandonment. What happened? Parents got divorced. Maybe mum or dad had drug addiction. Whatever it is, whatever type of toxicity, there's a lot more harm done. And I think parents, they break up. And I know I'm not saying that. For example, if your husband or wife, because men go through abuse, if there's physical assaults and it's repetitive, because abuse doesn't mean one act of abuse. It's to be actually abusive and to be domestically. What is domestic abuse, right? It's repetitive, and sometimes people are humans. I've seen people, you can trigger each other. So in relationships, if you're in a relationship, people don't know how to deal with it, and you have outbursts, you have arguments, you swear. There's gonna be a certain level of abuse. And like I said, I don't condone it, but you put any two boys together, female, friends or relationship, if you're with each other long enough, you're gonna snap and you're not gonna articulate yourself the best. And that's why I said, though, I disagree, is because that child would benefit more with functional, and this is why I said functional parents. And we're all dysfunctional to a certain degree, but we can't just split up, fight, argue, debate, figure each other out. And
there's too many situations.
If there's room for being civil and understanding, then of course I agree with you, Hubs, because you got to think about, if you brought children into the world, you both got to run with it, for that, at least till the child grows up and can make their own decisions.
Yeah,
at least then. But then you got to remember, what if someone is in a situation? Let's say a woman is in a situation where the guy is every day negative, abusive, argumentative, and I'm talking about 24 hours a day if they can, mentally exhausting this person on purpose. Just doesn't generally like them. What would you advise that woman to do? I'm just giving an example.